All right, y'all. What's up? Let me just, y'all know I always have to check to make sure I'm on. So please bear with the delay and then we'll get right started. I already sent out my notifications. I mean, Twitter doesn't, share it with anybody anyway. So this isn't going to be a long live either. All right. We're started. I hope people, yay. Just when I was about to say, I hope people do come and watch. Traditions showed up. Hey, Traditions, what is up? Thank you for coming. All right. So, guys, I'm not going to keep you all too long because I know it's the holiday season. Yes, do you like it? Yes. Thank you for noticing. So I know it's the holiday season. So like I said, I'm not going to keep you all too long because I know people are shopping or getting ready for some sort of Christmas thing. So how's y'all like Christmas getting like prep for Christmas going? Like how's y'all prep going? So how's it going, Traditions? Because you like the only one on here, which thank you again for being on. Just let me know when you can. So, but so I'm going to have respect for y'all time. I just wanted to talk about a couple of things that are very important, and then I'll let y'all go because I don't want to give bad news around this time of the year too, but we also need to know what's going on. So actually, I was going to start with the border, but I want to talk about something real quick that, Traditions is not a Christmas person. Oh, okay, my bad. My bad. Okay. I mean, like, do you like not do Christmas at all? Or like, do you like just not a Christmas person? Let me know. Anyway, so I want to talk about something though that's like really important before I get to the border. And it's basically a topic why I started this channel in the first place. Okay, so hold on. I gotta be careful so that I don't get sorry, y'all. Yeah, I gotta be careful so I don't get banned or something or get my channel taken from me, whatever. The CDC confirms that 118,000 sudden arrhythmic death syndrome, SADS, there's been confirmed 118,000 SADS after the jab rollout. Okay. So, the CDC quietly confirms at least 118,000 children and young adults have, ended suddenly after the rollout of the situation. Okay. So that's really, and I put like, we'll touch on this tonight. This is sad. It is sad. It's very sad. This is not a conspiracy anymore. This is why I had ended up like going hard on this channel last year, was to give information about the jab. Like it's sad. I have to be careful what I say because I don't know with YouTube. I mean, I think they're taking away subscribers from me. I highly doubt that people are remembering to unsubscribe from my channel, but every time I come, I think I'm getting ahead and then it'll be like 3 or 2 are knocked off, whatever. But I just have to say what I have to say. I'm a registered nurse and I have to speak on like what I feel like should be said. This situation should be, that's it. Like no more. There's no more question about it. It is doing more harm than good. Period. It's doing more harm than good because like I said in the past, if you go back and you look at my catalog, I always said you couldn't get it anyway. You still can get it and pass it anyway. When everybody was giving me a hard time, like, oh, as a nurse, you should be, running to go get that or whatever. And I'm like, well, what happens if I throw a clot in my brain and then I have a stroke? Are you going to be here for me to like take care of me? Like, no, you're not, and you could still pass it anyway. So basically, like they know everything. They know what's happening. They're calling, I think it's like thrombocytopenia, and it's like a lot of microcoagulation that's happening inside a person's body because the body is getting cytotoxic. It's like constantly, attacking itself. The antibodies, the autoimmune, your immune system, it's going into overdrive because they put something inside the cell to make a recipe for something else. That's never been done before. Your body is designed to kill. You know what I'm saying? Your body's designed to kill. Like even when you get a piercing, you start having a bunch of like crust and everything else. That's because your body's trying to remove that foreign thing from your body. So the fact that like, you know, and then you still can't talk, but this is sad. People are dropping dead, and this is sad, and we know what it is. We know what it is. And it's just a shame that, like, again, if you talk about this, you know, you could lose your, like, I might just have to just get the strike. I don't even care. Like, because I'm not saying any misinformation now. You know, the WHO, they've said it, the CDC, they've said that the FDA has confirmed that it's giving people myocarditis. You know what I'm saying? The myocarditis is not a quick thing like, oh, take a little Motrin, you'll be okay. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is the most biggest crime to humanity I've ever seen in my lifetime. And it is worse than I thought it was going to be. It's overwhelming to watch. It's overwhelming to hear about people you know were dying. So, you know, I just had to say a little something about that. I mean, if you guys want to hear more about it, let me know. You know, go back and look at my catalog. I even explain exactly how this thing works and why it doesn't work, in fact, and why it's leaky. You know, like, this is just, you know, it's wrong. And it was mandated. You know, I had a little underground thing going on, and to see people like say, like, I work at Wawa and they're mandating this. Like, wow. This situation has, like I said, it has made me look at the medical industry as exactly that, an industry. It's made me question about 90% of what I was taught in school. Traditions. You might have to take this conversation to Rumble. I'm gonna just have to probably take this down and like edit, you know, take out the first part. And it's just terrible. But why? This is what I do. This is my living, like, patient education, right? You know, weigh out the risk and the benefits, right? Pros and cons, right? Like, isn't that what we're supposed to do? Informed consent. This is what I took. This is what we take like oaths for, nurses, doctors, like, to have real discussions. To work at a hospital and hear doctors say, I don't understand why this person out of nowhere has you know, like an inflamed colon, like, but they're very healthy. I just don't understand why this. You know why it happened. If I know why it happened, you know why it happened. The body is fighting off something, so it keeps swelling up in there. It keeps swelling up. You know, you got Celine Dion. She got stiff person syndrome. I never even knew that existed. And when I hear somebody say, well, what's stiff person syndrome? Well, that's when the antibodies in your body just kind of goes haywire and starts attacking itself. It starts to attack, you know, your body starts attacking itself. Oh, for no reason, huh? Because God designed you with all them glitches, right? That's not true. It's not for no reason. That's exactly what happens, but it's not for no reason. It's just too much, man. It really is. It's just too much. It is. You check my stuff from my catalog. Check my Rumble, because I have other things on Rumble that I could not leave on YouTube because I had gotten strikes, you know, from YouTube with what I was saying about that situation. So it's on my Rumble. I mean, real talk. Like, I've been talking about this for a while, but check out my old catalog and you'll see what I'm saying as far as like how it goes in the body and what it does. We've never had anything straight enter the cell. It enters the cell. That's huge. That's huge. You know, I can't even put an earring on without a problem. And then we have things going enter in the cell. This is wrong. This is just so wrong. It's so wrong. Everything is on the rise. Cancer's on the rise. Autoimmune disorders on the rise. This is the gift that keeps on giving to the pharma companies. Absolutely extraordinary. And then you have a Ben Shapiro who's like, oh, you know, matter of fact, I'm gonna actually why don't you know what? Hold on. Hold on a second. I know that hold on a second, y'all. Sorry. Because I had to comment on this. There it is.
By Pfizer, we were lied to by the government, we were lied to by the Biden administration, we were lied to. I don't like being lied to. I don't know about you. And it makes me not believe these people. Now, as I've spoken out before, I got vaxxed twice, or I'm double vaxxed. My wife being a doctor and seeing vulnerable patients is triple vaxxed. But knowing now what I know then, knowing then what I know now, rather, would I have actually gotten vaxxed based on the information that my actual chances of death from COVID were exorbitantly low, And I wouldn't be preventing my parents from getting it. That was really what I was concerned about, because we were bubbled with my parents. Would I have gotten it? I don't know. I really don't know. I think maybe not. Because again, my personal risk when it comes to the vaccine was extremely low when it came to COVID. I'm a young, healthy male with no pre-existing conditions.
So then what made you run out and get it? You know what I'm saying? Like, so what made you run out and get it? I don't understand. Like, I don't know. Like, you know, Ben Shapiro, like, you know, I mean, for all it's worth, like, whatever, you know, he's not a dumb guy. He's a smart guy. But you know what the problem is? And there's a guy on Twitter, not a guy, Kyle Maxwell. He has a YouTube channel too, and he talks about like the well-rounded fool, like the fool who knows the fool who knows too much, you know what I'm saying? So like they think they know so much, basically, that they know more than anybody else, and they're not like listening basically to other people, because it's like, well, I'm smart, so I know better, you know what I mean? Like, but your wife is a like she works in the what do you say? She's a neurosurgeon, like in neurology department. She should really know. I don't know why people who work in the medical field deny side effects. I just don't get it. Like, I don't know why. You have to weigh out the pros and cons to a situation. And he's going off and he's mad. I mean, I would be mad too, but I'd be mad at myself first. What made you run out and get that when you already knew you were a healthy young male, 30-something years old? You know what I'm saying? You were never at risk after about 2 weeks and seeing who was really dropping from this thing. And it was the geriatric community, for the most part, are people who were being shoved on ventilators just to say people were dying. Okay, because that is not what you do in respiratory distress, by the way. All right, you don't put someone, you know, sedate somebody and shove something down their throat and say that, you know, like, we're saving your life. I thought that was the coolest thing before this thing came about. You know what I'm saying? Where they were like, you know, we need more ventilators. I remember that. I remember it. And I was like, ventilators for what? Hold up. When I have somebody who has a pulse ox that's 90%, you know what I'm saying? They tell me I can't give the Benadryl. The pharmacy goes up, oh, you gave a Benadryl? Oh my God, so I'm going to oversedate this person. But then you're telling me that a person comes in, they're walkie-talkie. Yeah, their pulse ox is a little low, but instead of putting them on a BiPAP or a CPAP or something and force some oxygen in their lungs, you're going to give them propofol, put them to sleep, put a tube down their throat, and then clap and say, come on, Susie, you can beat it. You can beat COVID. I thought that was I was like, that's murder. I was like, oh my God, they're murdering people in the hospital. I thought that was the biggest crime to humanity. And then the jab came out, and then it was mandated. You know? Then they mandated it. That's my big, see, because I said, they're going to bring out a jab for this. This is not the end of jabs coming out. All right. And don't think monkeypox went somewhere, because it didn't. Okay. And I always said they're going to put out a jab for this. And I don't care what they put out, I'm not taking it. As long as they don't force me to take it, because this is just an eye opener to other jabs. And we'll just leave it right there. And you know what I'm saying? I was like, y'all can do whatever, but don't force me to take it. I turned around January. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden, we got to force, you know, everybody got to be forced to take it. Or, you know what I'm saying? The FDA, if you work for Medicare, you got to take. And so now I'm on Facebook like, this administration is wrong for mandating an experimental situation, and people getting mad at me. And now look what's coming out. Come on now. Come on. And he's over here mad. And he said, and his wife is tripped. I just don't understand. So the whole time, like, somebody like Geert Vanderbosch was talking about, so it's like, oh, these are kook quack scientists. You knew more than them. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Anybody who just came about and just took it, I really just don't get it. I'm sorry. I know I went on a tangent with this, but this is like this for what happened as far as when it goes to mandating and everything, what's going on right now. I never thought I would live to see something like this happen. You know, I just didn't. What's up, Lloyd? What's up? And Teddy, it's also so sad how we have to tiptoe around this issue. I still see tons of commercial urging people to get the booster. Thank you for saying you love my videos. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, everybody who's here. Yes, that's the other thing. Like, get your boosters. Like, yo, how are, like, and when I hear the commercials, I have to almost turn it off. You know, I have a very good defense mechanism when it comes to things, certain things. Like, I just we'll brush it off, except for men, right? I lose my mind over a man. Anyway, so, but with certain things, I'm like, I just won't listen because I can't, I can't deal with it. But I can't not hear it too. Like, it bothers me. It does bother me that people are still pushing this jab and telling people to get their boosters and all that. It absolutely bothers me. It does. It infuriates me. It does. And that people are questioning, like, well, you think it was the jab that dropped? So yeah, it was. People 30-something-year-old having heart attacks, dropping. It's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal for a 5-year-old to have heart attacks. Okay, it's not normal. It wasn't before. It wasn't normal just 3 years ago. Absolutely extraordinary. So, it's just mind-boggling. It's crazy, everything that's going on. So, and then we move on to other things, what I'm saying? So we go from one to another, guys. But I just want to, it's a lot going on. So, we are being invaded at the border. You know what I'm saying? Like, because whatever, right? Appeal court denies to block the end of Trump era rule known as Title 42 that expelled migrants at the U.S. border. Okay, so the COVID-related policy has stopped more than 2 million border crossings since 2020. That's all. It is scheduled to expire Wednesday. And they call it Trump era because, anytime they say Donald Trump, it must be bad. You know what I'm saying? Traditions, they trying to act like it's normal. But we know that it's not. And those of us who know that it's not normal for kids to be having heart attacks at the age of 4, 5, 6, and 7, we have to keep saying that out loud, and we have to make a loud noise so that the truth never goes away. The inconvenient truth, because it's going to be inconvenient for them who trying to lie. All these people trying, all these new words, disinformation, misinformation, get out of here. It's the truth, So we have to always stand by the truth, no matter what it takes, because this is insane. The DC Circuit Court of Appeals on Friday declined to block a lower court order lifting COVID restrictions for asylum seekers at the southern border by Wednesday. Attorney generals from 19 Republican-led states had asked the appeals court to temporarily prevent the end of restrictions known as Title 42. They are likely to appeal Friday's ruling to the Supreme Court. The GOP officials initially sued to keep Title 42 in place, arguing that lifting it would burden their states and that they should have been given a say in the decision to end it. Okay, so hold on. I want to take you to. So all right, I want to take you to the end. So Title 42 anyway was put on by the Trump administration because they were saying, they use it for the border, of course, because, we're in a pandemic, right? So we can't just be allowing everybody in. So, people have to seek asylum in Mexico. They could remain over there, send them right back to Mexico. But the Biden administration has been trying to get rid of it, saying that we're not in a pandemic yet. They keep on pushing boosters. So I don't know, but whatever. But, so now Title 42 is going to end. We're going to get to what that's going to look like shortly. But you can always tell when a woman is writing something. Women are so emotional. It's so annoying. Like it is. Like she ends off with this. This is her. No, wait, who said this? Actually, no. I gotta hand it to her. That wasn't her who said this. Okay, but women are annoying. But okay, that wasn't her. Somebody who is Lee Gerland says the states seeking to keep Title 42 are acting hypocritically, to say the least, since they've opposed every COVID restriction except the one targeting vulnerable asylum seekers. Yeah, because they don't know what else to do because everything's been taken away at the border. El Paso's gonna declare their area, like El Paso, Texas. They're saying it's a state of emergency because there's just so many people coming in. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Hold on. The hell. And everyone can now agree. So you got a little bit of a picture of this line. Now, when I was a little girl and, you would hear about immigration situations, like people would be like in the dark, like cut, mean? Like, is trying to covertly make it through the thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh shoot, I don't want nobody to see me, whatever. Let me hurry me get through this. But now they just be out there lined up. And the word on the street is you want to get caught by American officials. Yeah. You know? So yeah, so I just wanted to show you that picture. And we're gonna look also at Bill Maloogian's. Bill Maloogian has been working the border for like you know, since the Biden administration pretty much took on and everything's going on with it. He's been working down there to show what's been going on. Hold on. So oh, there you go. But so this isn't even Bill Maloogian. There you go. So look at all these people here. Hold on. Right, they're not talking. All these people. El Paso, Texas has just declared a state of emergency, citing hundreds of migrants sleeping on the streets in cold temperatures with thousands being apprehended every day. Yeah, they're sleeping on the streets. They get apprehended and then they, you know what I mean? They bring them in and then they give them dates, you know, return back for your asylum appointment or whatever. Who's going to return back? Who's going to return back? Hold on. Yeah, this is a headline. We are in urgent need for help. NYC mayor starts freaking out over an impending wave of illegal immigrants because he knows that they're gonna. Well, it's a sanctuary city. They're gonna come here in Philly too. The sanctuary city. Well, hold on. There you go. New video. Fox News. This shows extreme overcrowding at Border Patrol Central Processing in El Paso, Texas. Congressman Gonzalez says he took the video on Friday when 4,600 migrants were in federal custody. The capacity is only 1,040. 4,600 in custody. That means that you could say maybe it took 2 days for that amount to get there. So I've heard that the average is coming through is like 2,500 daily. This is not normal. Let me be very clear because I have to make the disclaimer because some people, you know, I guess get, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I am not mad at the people who are coming here because they'd be foolish not to come. Come on. You don't think how they know that? No, they talk. Everybody knows what's going on. They'd be dumb not to come. They're going to come here, you know what I'm saying? Get a quick processing and they go and they get all benefits and stuff. So why wouldn't they come? That'd be dumb of them not to come, right? I'm mad at the people who caused this administration. I'm mad at them for the treason that they're committing to the citizens of America. That's who I'm mad at, you know, and the inhumane, situation that they're causing at the border. It is inhumane. That trip to take, first of all, is dangerous. And don't forget that there's like drug trafficking, human trafficking, like they're sending like clients to these traffickers, you know, breaking a huge caravan of over 1,000 people crossed illegally. They're just to look at them, but they're just, you know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. We got a full screen. Just like, yeah. Just, just like that. And so anybody who gets worked up at me saying this is like, well, then go open your door and let 500 people just walk on in. A huge migrant caravan of over 1,000 people crossed illegally into El Paso, Texas last night, making it the largest single group that we have ever seen. The city of El Paso reports Border Patrol has now over 5,000 in custody, has released hundreds the city streets. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then I thought I had a little bit more from Bill Maloogian. That's all right. That's all right. Hold on. Just go to his page. But so now when Title 42 ends, there is going to be, yeah, that's insane. It is. When Title 42 ends, forget it. SCOTUS has issued a temporary hold on federal judge. Okay. So, okay. All right. We just got a breaking news an hour ago. SCOTUS has issued a temporary hold on federal judge's order to end Title 42 on Wednesday after GOP states filed an emergency request to block the order. So they must have filed another request. Shannon Bream reports this is purely administrative, not based on merits. Biden DOJ has until 5 p.m. to file a response, or 5 p.m. Tuesday to file a response. I don't even know what's going to happen. They're going to, Chief Justice Roberts gives DOJ until Tuesday, 5 p.m. to file a response to states to keep Title 42 in force. So they're trying to still hold on. Now, mind you, so let's see, what do they have here? New CBP officers at the port of entry in Nobles, Arizona, stopped 6 fentanyl smuggling attempts on Friday and Saturday, seizing total of nearly 1 million fentanyl pills, 22 pounds of fentanyl powder, and they seized 74 pounds of meth. This is what they seized. So how much is coming in? Okay, how much is coming in? This is what they seized. Mad drugs are coming through the border. And I know in Philly, you can see the results because I'm seeing more and more people hanging on by a thread every day. In the streets, like in areas that I never used to see them before. And they are drugged out. Drugs flowing through here. And fentanyl pills. Let me tell you, as a nurse, I've never seen a fentanyl pill. Okay? That is unheard of, to put fentanyl in your mouth and swallow it. All right? We give it to you slowly. We might give you a little bit through an IV, or we give you a patch, and slowly it releases. But we've never been like, here, swallow this fentanyl. So I don't know what's about to happen. Fentanyl's so strong, if you touch it, you could overdose on it. I don't know what the hell, okay? Like, what is this country? I don't know anymore. I don't know. It's crazy. 84,000 migrants released into the city of El Paso. Like, what? Into the city of El Paso and by DHS in less than 4 months window. 84,000 new. El Paso's 678,000 residents. So yeah, that's what they said it again. I mean, like, and so instead of anybody really talking about the crazy part is El Paso is safe as hell. Yeah, not too long though. Not too long, traditions. And the thing is, you know, oh, you know what, guys? I forgot to ask y'all to hit the like button. Like, if hitting the like button actually gets more people to see this live. I'm not gonna be live too long, but if you could just hit that like button for me, please, guys. All right, thank you, appreciate it. All right. So look, the thing is, like, so now the way that the left is reported, because I have to say the left mainstream media, you know, CNN, MSNBC, CBS, whatever, they're finally like, all right, fine, we got to talk about the border because it's insane at the border. So we, 2 years later, we need to talk about the border. Okay. And they say, Joe Biden's having a hard time trying to figure out what to do with the border, and then you have Karine Jean-Pierre, who says, the border's not open. Oh, because we should not use the word, or I forgot how y'all are with words. So yeah, okay, it's not open, but it's just a lot of people coming in, right? I don't care what word you use. This should not be happening, okay? And they, people are taking pity, like, this is a lot for Joe Biden, and then they blame it. The last administration that was here, they totally destroyed the border. We're trying to fix it. We've never had numbers like this before. How is it? I don't understand what you're trying. You shouldn't try to fix it because you're breaking it even more. But this is all lies because it's, politicians lie, but this administration just lies just at a rate that it's almost like this is the black in me where I'm like ready to fight them. Because I feel like you bucking at me with the lies, like, yeah, no, it's closed. Like, yo, like, don't lie to my face like this. Like, stop it. But I just want to, I'm saying, we're not going to read all the executive actions, what I'm saying, but I know what I'm, hold on. Here we go. President Biden's executive actions on immigration. This came out, Center for Migration Studies, last year, 2021. Yeah. We're going to read the first paragraph and then we'll look at some of the titles on this thing, okay? President Joseph R. Biden set forth an ambitious immigration agenda in the early days of Biden-Harris administration, committing both to reverse harmful policies implemented by the Trump administration and to revitalize the U.S. immigration system more broadly. Why? In the first 100 days of in office, President Biden articulated his immigration and refugee protection goals and reversed many of his predecessors' policies in a series of executive actions. He also raised the refugee admissions cap for for FY 2021 and endorsed the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021, which I have to look into, which would represent the most sweeping immigration reform legislation in decades and create the largest legalization program in U.S. history. So there you go. I mean, there we go. President Biden's executive actions address the situation at the southern border, root causes of irregular migration from Central America, impacts of climate change on migration, and COVID-19 travel restrictions and fortification of existing legal immigration pathways, as well as commitments to create new ones, while the citizens of this country is being destroyed. Okay. Anyway, couple of the, again, we're not going to go through. So all this right here is executive orders that was signed to basically reverse what the other one did with the border. Okay. Because he had to come in and do that his first day in office. And you tell me that the borders aren't open. Proclamation ending discriminatory bans on entry to United States. Executive order for revision of civil immigration enforcement policies and priorities. So, excuse me. Preserving and fortifying deferred action for childhood arrivals. Okay. Proclamation on termination of emergency with respect to southern border of United States and redirection of funds diverted to border wall construction. That's when he ended the wall. Nobody was going to have a wall from sea to China Sea, but they had walls in certain areas, you know what I mean, target areas. Like he stopped the construction and all that metal, the stuff that we paid for, it just sat there and got, you know, it got rusty. Executive order ensuring a lawful, accurate, I don't know what that is. Hold on. Restoring faith in our legal immigration, executive order to rebuild and enhance the programs to resettle refugees and planning for impact of climate change. They letting people coming in for climate change. You know what I'm saying? So if it's a little too cold or hot where they at, they could come here. You know, I mean, this is, so all these executive orders, and you know what? I'll go through them because I need to know them verbatim, because this is not something that happened on accident. And so I just wanted everybody to know. I wanted to talk about it. Like with the citizens of this country, we don't get anything. And this is where I'm at with it. We don't get anything. We get mandated shots. These people, when they come into, by the way, they don't get, they're not forced any shots when they come in. I don't, and dig this, I'm ethical. I don't want anybody to be forced a shot, but we get mandated shots. You know, the inflation that we're dealing with is insane. And don't you think taking more people in, that's going to add to the inflation, right? Philadelphia got 6 buses of people. What are they going to do? We had people lean in Kensington. They leaned over. We got a homeless problem. It's meant like people are schizophrenic on the streets, drug addicts, everything. We're taking more people in. And then you get Democrats who say, well, we love it. You know, we're happy that we're a sanctuary city. But if I was mayor of this city, that would end immediately. You know what I'm saying? Immediately that would end. Okay. No, we're not a sanctuary city anymore. How do I end this? Executive order, it's done. I need to take care of these Philadelphians who have a lot going on. These schools are trash. You know what I'm saying? The schools are trash. The cities aren't safe. There's drugs everywhere. No, I can't take nobody here. I'm gonna send them to Joe Biden's house. Absolutely, I would. This is wrong. This is wrong. We can't have Medicare for all, but we could take everybody else and give them free health care. This is very wrong. And there's no way for me to sound good about this. And I just wanted to talk about it a little bit and bring it to people's attention because I was going to make an episode on it and I didn't get a chance to. And we need to know that this is happening. But, you know, it is, of course, the holiday season. I'm going to be paying attention to see what happens with Title 42. But it's something to think about. It is. And Joe Biden has a child trafficking operation that's going on right now that is like the likes of which we've never seen before. I mean, it's absolutely insane. I remember when Senator Doug Mastriano was running for governor and he said there was a bus that unloaded in Pennsylvania. It was 116 children in there, you know what I mean, like adolescents on the bus. He's like, he doesn't understand what's going on. His kids being trafficked all over this country. What have we turned into? I don't know. And I hate to like leave y'all with that, but it's something that it had to be talked about. And you know, what are they doing right now during this lame duck session? They were trying to pass an amnesty bill too. And they're gonna pass amnesty. So amnesty is like, well, we don't know how many DACAs, you know, undocumented people we have here. So we're just gonna do a sweep citizenship. Okay. They were trying to pass that amnesty bill during this session right now while nobody's paying attention, while, it's like the holiday season and stuff. And Kevin McCarthy's like, we're not going to have any amnesty discussion until, we talk about securing the border. And I'm like, you're not supposed to have an amnesty discussion, period. They're not going to secure. What are you saying? They already got millions in here. Like, okay, we'll secure it now. We did what we needed to do. Remember, Chuck Schumer said there's not enough Americans anymore. He said, y'all not having babies enough, even though he's pro-abortion, right? And he said, we don't have anybody to work. So we need to get the people here, give them amnesty, you know what I'm saying? And do the jobs and work. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do? God. I'm absolutely disgusted. And then if anybody who's an American, you should be disgusted too. Again, I don't have a problem with people who want to come here. It's not them I'm mad at. They heard the border was open. They're going to cross. This is it's a dereliction of duty on this administration today. But what are they doing? They're talking about Donald Trump, the insurrection, January 6th. They can't wait to put him in cuffs. They will. They'll arrest him, even if it's for 48 hours. They'll make the process. And they can't make nothing stick. These people, they go to sleep and they dream about putting silver handcuffs on, silver bracelets on Donald Trump. And trust me, we'll see it next year. We'll see it. It is what it is. Because that's what they're spending time on. But Joe Biden doesn't have time to go to the border. It's too much of a headache to go to the border. Why would you go? What do you need to look at? It's working what you wanted, right? All these people coming in. Absolutely. Just amazing. So I'm going to end it off here. I'm going to just give some updates on my channel. So I'm just doing some transitional stuff in my personal life, of course, with work and everything else. But next year we are going hard in 2023. Definitely going to be a lot more consistent with making sure I have episodes, because a lot's going to be happening next year, and I have to cover it, right? So having episodes on current events going on, totally committed to if something happens, turning on my phone and just starting to talk to you guys about what's going on. Also, I'm gonna also be talking about more social, pop culture type stuff, because it is all connected. It is all connected, and we're gonna be going through. There's gonna be changes, so we have to basically talk about it. And I want to bring information to you guys. I want to bring it to you guys in a very clear and concise manner that you guys can take in the information and figure out what you want to do with it. I believe in informed consent. And the Bob, no, I got the Bob to make more content. It's no. But I believe in informed consent. So I definitely want y'all to be informed, because we're dealing with liars. They told you the border's not open. You see the border is open, right? So we need to know what's going on. Financially, FedNow is coming up to CBDCs. It's on its way next year. All of that. So I want to talk about, make the content about everything that's going on again, and social stuff too. Just the social stuff, because it matters too. It does matter. Because then you can see how people's borderline personality disorders with these celebrities are they think that they're doing something to save us, and and it's really just for attention. You got people I've been obsessed over this. Not obsessed, but I've been watching other people's content on Meghan Markle and Harry, and the lies that they tell, and how much they're such good people. And these are the people talking about climate change and misinformation, disinformation, but y'all lie all day and take private jets all day. You know what I'm saying? All of this, it's all connected. It's all connected. And my Substack, I will be putting out my first Substack the first week of January. I already started writing it. So this one is going to be about, I'll read the first one when I put it out. I will read it on this channel just so you can get a feel of it. Y'all know that I'm, I believe in God and Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. I say that all the time. So again, I think I talked about this before on this channel. I'm looking around, I'm seeing prophecies. Things look familiar. Things look things that I've read in the Bible. So I just want to connect it. It's all connected. See, the thing about these people with their reset wheel and all that, they know God is real. So when I look at the wheel and then I look at the Bible and I'm like, oh, this is because of that. They want to do this because of that. And, you're just connecting the dots and you're seeing it. You're seeing what's going on. You're seeing what's going on and it's in my face. So I want to be able to share it with people. And I'm going to write about it on Substack. So, and I'll get a schedule of that going on. Maybe putting out one a week, so, and then we could discuss it and everything else. I'm not trying to force religion onto anybody. I'm just telling you that a lot of what I see, man-made problems they've been talked about in the Bible. And I'm like, this is real. It's really real. So I'm not saying the end of days are coming tomorrow. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying that a lot of stuff looks familiar from a lot of the stuff that I was taught, a lot of the information that was given to me when I was a kid. And I'm like, oh, I won't be here to see it. I'm starting to see some things. And I'm like, hey, wait, wow. Okay. So, those are the updates, guys. I'll definitely be putting out more content before this year's out, though. You guys, please share this channel with your friends. YouTube is still after me. And after this live, I don't know. I might, if y'all don't see me for 2 weeks, that might be because they suspended me. So I don't know. What did I say that was wrong? I didn't go against community guidelines. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I forget your community guidelines. I have a license. I have to go by that guideline, but whatever. But yeah, so if you guys don't see me, that's probably what happened. It's all good though, because I'm not taking this down. I'm not taking it down. So, all right. So that's it. So that's a lot. It was going to be short. Like I said, everybody's time. I was, wanted to be very respectful of everybody's time. I think I'm going to do like a Christmas little episode, like a Christmas content or whatever, you guys. Keep, yes, I am on Rumble. I'm on Rumble. Let me see if I can hurry up and send you my Rumble link. But Rumble is so like, I don't want to lose YouTube because like I like being able to reach people that hold on. Yeah, I like being able to reach everybody. That's a link to one of my episodes, and then you can log on, follow me there. But I like being able to reach different people. Like everybody uses YouTube, people get new information because a lot of people on Rumble, they know a lot about what we're talking about already. But I do use Rumble, and I am gonna start utilizing it more. Put everything together. I'm not going to use Patreon. I do need to get a website where like I put everything together and then so everybody know where to go. I'm not going to use Patreon because I was just about to start using Patreon, but they on that stuff too. The Disaffected Podcast, LT Gray, thank you. Traditions, I don't even know how to use Rumble. All I do is like it's backed up to my YouTube. So when I upload on YouTube, it goes to my Rumble. So but I am gonna figure out how to use Rumble better because a lot of people do use Rumble, but I should use it too. But like I said, Patreon, the Disaffected Podcast with Josh Slocum, which is like the most like that is my like I love his show. That's like appointment for me. There's a couple things on YouTube that's appointment for me. Broken Traditions on Wednesday is appointment for me. Hypnotics channel's appointment for me. And guys, I'm on Hypnotics lives on Saturdays, Hypnotize on Saturdays. So like I'm on there too, which is so cool because I get to talk about like pop culture stuff, movies, things like that. The guys on there are really great. They're very smart. I'm like learning from them and everything. Like I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the people who I've met so far this year. I really am. So anyway, they took Josh Slocum off of Patreon because he was telling the truth about all his transgender ideology and everything. So they took him off. Hate speech. So I'm not going to use Patreon. Nope. So I got to figure out where I'm going to put everything together. But guys, thank you for watching. And this channel next year, we're definitely going to blow it up. We're going to blow it up together. We are. I'm totally committed to this. I want it to be where I don't need a day job. You know what I'm saying? I just do this. This is my passion, coming to talk to people. I'm grateful to be able to talk to people who listen. Like I'm grateful for all of it. If you would ask me 5 years ago, I'd have been like, no, YouTube, I have to go to work. And that's all I want to do is make my money. And that's so a lot of things changed. I'm grateful to people who want to listen to me. I'm grateful just for it all, for this experience. I'm grateful to come on the other side of, 2020 with more clear vision. And as time goes on, I grow a little bit more in my vision and thinking. And I just thank everybody for being a part of it. I'm about to sign out, y'all. Thank you for watching. I see you guys soon.